So this is Aniruddha, as you all know, and today we have our special guest, Shamajit, on you people's request. Actually, that is in this particular session, it's going to be an interactive session. By the way, am I audible and visible to all of you people? Once, please let me know. Shamajit, okay, Ajay?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So the thing is, the rule for asking questions, if you want to ask him directly or interact with him directly, it's very simple. That you just raise your hand. There is a raise hand feature you can see over here. And from that perspective, you can just ask your question. Okay. So it's a very, very simple process. So I think everybody can be uh, doing this like we have done in our earlier sessions also with our other guests. Okay. So I have a few questions from you people only. So let me start with those first. First, let me introduce Shomajit. Uh, he is he has done his masters in geotech from NIT Trichy. Why I've called him? There are few reasons. One is definitely he's one of my very favorite students. That's why. And the second thing is there were many people, many actually of you people are very much skeptical about the branch geotech. That's why. Second reason. And the third reason is about NIT Trichy. There are many myth also and reality. What is that basically? So to clarify all of them. Okay, first let's start with some very general questions, Somajit. That is, what is the fees for NIT Trichy actually? Like semester
I
wise or
think
year wise,
someone,
whatever you want to say.
I think someone is unmuted. His mic, please mute it. Now
Okay,
some noise
yeah,
is
please,
coming.
everyone just mute yourself. And if you people have any question, just raise your hand accordingly. I will ask you to unmute yourself and ask the question. So, Amajit, first question as I have received from my student,
Yeah.
that what is the fee structure? And can you just say that what is the approximate fee that actually?
First, I'm starting with thank you to call me for this session. I'm very happy to share my experience with you. I already shared last year also, but this year my junior was there. I have almost 1 year work experience after masters. So in terms of fees, if you check the NITs, all NITs fees, you can see that it is easily available in ccmt website. Still I want to check, if you can want to ask me. Yes, NIT weekly fees is quite high, with respect to other NITs. If you check with NIT Suratkal, NIT Warangal, almost they are on the same band. But if you check, you will see that yeah, NIT Trichy is one of the costliest institute in India.
I
You
think it
have
was
to
around
pay.
90,000 or something, right? Per
Yes, exactly.
semester.
1994, because they have increased their one-time institute development fees, that they
Yeah.
increase very high.
Okay. The second, again, a very general question. After that, I will come to the actual, people's concerns over there. But let me start with this. The second thing is regarding hostel facilities over there. Is it like properly available
Yeah,
and no
hostel.
problem?
Yes, yes, properly available. No issue with the hostel, because last year when we about to leave the hostel, one another 600 bed hostel has been built that
Great,
time.
great.
So there is no issue with this
Accommodation.
hostel. All those, you need not to worry about this thing. You need to worry about your study.
Okay. Okay, so already he's hinting at the most, vulnerable question that people are asking. So without hesitating, the second question is that, and regarding the core placement scenario, many people have asked because in the website, definitely people were very happy to see, and definitely they know that Trichy is the best in IT. And also people are very much concerned about this branch Geotech, because since you are also from Geotech, because obviously we have done interviews with other people, also people from structure and stuff we came to know. And definitely the 100% placement is there as written in the website and stuff. But what is the case with Geotech? Are people getting core placements over there? And what is your experience? Tell me your experience. I mean,
Yeah,
only.
yeah. It's 1 year over for me, so I can reveal my year
Hmm.
statistics.
Yeah.
So I think if you go to NIT Trichy website, you can see that around 80 or 85% student got placed overall. So out
Yeah.
of that 80 to 85% student, only 4 to 5 student got in non-code because they want to go to non-code. That's why.
Okay. Yeah.
There are
Mm.
students who want to be in non-code as well. They are preparing both code and non-code, but non-code they first come first and then get and
Yeah.
NIT which is one student one offered.
Yeah.
So you can't get another offer after getting a offer. It is code or non-code doesn't matter. If you got it, you have to accept it. Otherwise, you just leave it. You can't do anything.
Okay. So that is one of the also rules
So
so people you can note that. Okay,
yes.
fine. Yeah.
So overall, our batch is the second batch. So it was good in terms of core placement. It was quite good.
Yeah. So, like the range of the packages that people were actually expecting, like it was in between, you can say a range.
Uh, it's 6 to 7 for the core packages on an average, and
Mm.
for non-core package, it's more than 10.
Okay. So, as we have discussed also in our NIT M.Tech placement sessions earlier with the students, so obviously those data were available from the students in the official website only. So, but people were also interested in knowing that what was like your point of view that, why did you want to go for core? And since you have worked in core for 1 year, are you happy or satisfied with your experience so far?
Yeah, basically last year also I put the same thought because uh, coding is not my cup of tea. I'm not the person to be there for coding. I
Mm.
love to do whatever I'm doing for last many years. Actually, M.Tech is a kind of quality improvement program for me. So
I
after
know.
doing core job for 3 years, again come to because for me consultancy job is a very good mm, point or maybe place to learn. You are also in a core sector. You can understand the way we are handling things because if you are in core sector, then only you are you are able to handle the situation in what is dealing with real lives. A IT guy doing much good things, but if you come to that reality world, you know how to deal with real situations.
Yeah,
That that thing
obviously.
that thing I that is my point. Like if you go by road and you see some bridges or structure, you can say someone, yeah, this building is done by me or it's done by geotechnical or structural.
Structure,
But
whatever.
if a hospital system run by a IT guy, you can't go and tell inside in that situation that this system is run by me, by
Huh.
or our company. There's the difference between an IT and a core guy.
Yeah, obviously,
That's my
certainly.
that's my point of
Yes,
view. I don't know about
obviously, obviously. I totally get it. So much, but I wanted to know actually on behalf of my students also. That is, what is the kind of job that you have to do? I mean, is it like a field job or like, you know,
no for me.
this kind of,
I'm in offshore oil and gas sector. So for
okay,
my job is doing all kind of soil exploration, like all the Fugro horizon. There are contractors who are doing this exploration, soil exploration. They gave us the report. We make the engineering report. We check the report whether the with respect to everything, whether the input they are giving, whether that is okay or not. Based on that, doing the pile design or shallow foundation design, even pipe soil interaction is also a very good point thing. Like in onshore, we don't get this one much, but in offshore, there are a separate thing is pipe soil interaction. We call it PSI report. So it is very interesting. So there is no way of doing those AI ML things. Mostly we'll do by our own hand, and
okay.
it is all done by Excel. Sometimes of we use APM software also. Several softwares are also there for doing the job.
Yes, but definitely proper training was given to you people for regarding that software. So no issues regarding that. Yeah,
Um,
I believe.
yeah, like after if you going to geotech, then in course itself you will deal with Flaxis, Flag, L-Pile, O-Pile. Uh, there are various software. Then for slope stability, there are software, GeoSlope. If you want to run that site response analysis, then deep soil is there. Many softwares are there. You will get to know
Yeah, so
once you.
definitely for every branch, there are certain softwares which is related
Yeah,
to
yeah,
that
exactly.
particular branch,
Until
and
unless
definitely
you are in that
you
job,
get a
you
chance to
will
learn.
not get the taste of those things.
Yeah. So apart from also this particular thing, by the way, anyone if has any question, just raise your hand and I will ask you to unmute yourself and uh, you know ask your question. Just raise your hand on that occasion and ask your question. But again, before that, I have some question with me, like people who have got. Like, 1 second. That is, for example, what I have found again, that is regarding NIT Trichy particularly. People who are concerned about, like you have told, 80-85% people are getting placed in geotech itself. So it's a great achievement because many IITs do not have that fit particularly. And mostly what you are saying is mostly there are core jobs. That means jobs are available at least. That's a very important thing. And also not only local companies like what you were saying, like ACOM and like L&T and the other companies, they are also coming, they are visiting, and you are getting enough of offers. Okay. Yeah, Danish, you can ask. Please unmute yourself and ask quickly.
गुड इवनिंग सर।
Good evening. Yeah.
सर मुझे पूछना था कि इज इट गुड टू जॉइन लाइक एनआईटी त्रिची जियो टेक्निकल और सम मिड एनआईटी इन स्ट्रक्चर ब्रांच, व्हाट विल आई प्रिफर?
Okay. So, Somajit, if you want to say something, you can. But before that, let me first of all say that firstly, it depends upon the your interest, obviously, your interest. Because geotech and structure, these two are entirely two different topics. But if you check the placement statistics, they are not hugely different. They are like very near to each other. Like if you see Surat or Nagpur, whatever you are saying, meet uh, you know NITs, like those structure placements, they are also getting the same package 6 to 8 LPA, and they are also getting the same package 6 to 8 LPA. But it entirely again comes down to your interest for that subject. Like Swamajit used to attend all my geotech classes, I remember. So he has a particular niche for geotech, like कि हमको geotech जो है पढ़ना है, so something like that. So obviously he has that particular affection for that subject. You may not have that. You may have that for structure. So you join structure because it's not hugely different. That's the main problem. That's the main issue actually, right? It's not like that okay, fine, if you join 93 Geotech, you are getting 10 lakh, 12 lakh package, and if you are joining Nagpur, Surat, and you are getting 5, 6 lakh package. It's not like that. In terms of package also, it's similar. Now your interest. Anything you want to add, Somali?
Yeah, you already told the thing. It based on your interest totally. Like if you go to a job where you are not getting interest, then after some time the lagging will started. But if you love a job, if you love a profile, if you love to do a thing, you will never bored on those things.
Exactly,
Maybe
exactly.
everyone knows the core sector is a sector where the salary is quite less in the beginning few years, maybe up to 5 years. But if you can stay 5 years in a job, you can sustain. You can't. You need not to see back why I took this subject. You
Yeah,
just
exactly.
run.
Exactly.
You started the marathon.
Even
And
even
come to
in
that geotech or structure,
yeah.
I will say obviously there are more job for structural than geotech, but it is not that geotech jobs are not available. So it's
No,
totally your call.
no, actually, what his questions was like, why I've told that it's entirely depends upon your interest. Why I've told you because, for example, the cutoff for Trichy Geotech and say Surat structure is almost the same, right? I think that's why I asked the questions. And both are having say almost similar placement scenarios. So obviously, which one to keep? So that's why I told her, because if you are comparing structure of a particular NIT with geotech of that particular NIT only, then obviously structure will have more placement opportunities, right? I mean, opportunity,
Yeah,
number of opportunity. If you are comparing a Nagpur structure with Nagpur geotech, then obviously structure has plenty of more placements then. And in fact, geotech placements are good only in these top three NITs, like Trichy, especially Trichy, and after that Surat, Kalwarangal to some extent. After that, geotech placement is not that great if you see the statistics with the other
because
NITs.
there's the problem of the geotech. The market is booming because if you
Yeah,
check, geotech is not more than 100 years old.
yeah,
So structural people still think they can handle the geotech, but actually not. That's
yeah.
the problem where the geotech job are still less in the market. If you go to the any consultancies, the structural people can say that, yeah, give me K value, I can design my own foundation. But the things are actually not. They can't do
The best
anything if something.
the best example for that is maybe environment. Not just because I am from environment, I am saying because environment was zero here in India. To be very honest, matlab environmental core jobs was zero at one point of time because people were not concerned about environment. Now look at that. Even
Exactly.
government sectors have environment posts. So obviously, it has a different. Acha, Danish, yes, you have any other questions?
Yes, sir. Two more questions, sir. Just like sir says, geotech profile.
आपका आवाज ठीक से नहीं आ रहा है,
What
दानिश. आप प्लीज एक बार
what
फिर से बताएंगे.
profile of
आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है, दानिश, प्लीज.
sir?
दानिश, आपका
Can
आवाज
you
नहीं
hear?
आ रहा. ओके.
Hello.
अगर आवाज नहीं हाँ, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रहा. Right.
सर आ रही है सर.
हाँ, अब आ रही, बोलिए.
सर जस्ट लाइक सर कह रहे जियोटेक की वर्क प्रोफाइल बताए तो सर वैसे एक स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियर की वर्क प्रोफाइल क्या होती है, उनका काम क्या होता है, थोड़ा बहुत कुछ अगर इसमें ब्रीफ कर दें.
स्ट्रक्चर में देखो, जितना मुझे पता है, आफ्टर दैट ऑब्वियसली सौम्यजित कैन ऐड. बट स्ट्रक्चर में मेनली दो टाइप के होते हैं. एक तो डिजाइन प्रोफाइल होते हैं, जो कि ऑब्वियसली ऑफिस में बैठ के आपको जॉब करना होता है. दूसरा जो है साइट इंजीनियर जो प्रोफाइल होती है. आप ऑब्वियस बात है कि साइट में थोड़ा बहुत डिफिकल्टीज भी रहती है, थोड़ा चैलेंजेस भी रहता है, और साथ में जो है थोड़ा आपको इंटरेस्ट भी लगेगा. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, मतलब है कि वहां पे भी इसी तरीके से ही आपका जॉब प्रोफाइल लगेगा. जॉब प्रोफाइल में बहुत ज्यादा अंतर नहीं आता, इफ आई से, राइट. बट obviously the type of work will be different. Structure is mostly concerned about your designing the things properly, right? And geotechnical is a different thing. It's the geo exploration thing, as he has told, slope stability and some other things. Obviously these two things go hand in hand with each other, because without foundation we cannot build a structure, right? Samajdev, anything you want to add? Samajdev frame se gayab ho gaya. Okay. Samajdev, anything you want to add? That
One
difference
second,
between
one second,
structure and
just one
geotech.
second. 1 second, sir. Just a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, Jaya Krishna is saying, sir, regarding NIT Trichy environmental core placements. 100% placement was recorded last year, okay, in NIT Trichy environment. And out of that, only 10% was non-core. So remaining all are core placements. 10 to 15%. I guess 3 or 4 people got non-core placements last year. 3 people, I guess, only had got. Besides that, everybody
Yeah.
got core placements.
Yes. Coming to your point, what the structural engineer really do, they are dealing with the load. If you come to that onshore structure, they will design the beam column reinforcement. If you come to steel structure, then then again that beam column. But in that case, it will come with weld, bolted design. Everything is there. So you have to deal with everything. Structural means you have to deal with every other discipline. In case of my offshore structure, if you come to, there are many things are there. Even with offshore structure, one discipline is come, that is construction support. Actually, they do whatever the things need to be done between construction and installation. So in between those works are done by structural engineer also. So there are many things. Only a structural engineer better explain those things to you, I
Exactly.
think.
neither me nor you. Okay.
Yeah.
so, so yeah, Danish, but this is
Yeah,
overall the
just
thing. But the yeah, Danish, anything you have other questions actually?
yeah, that's last question, sir.
हाँ बोलिए
सर,
पूछिए.
इफ आई स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियर किसी भी मिड एनआईटी और टॉप एनआईटी जहाँ भी मुझे मिले, अगर मैंने स्ट्रक्चर इंजीनियर लिया, तो सर मुझे ये पूछना था कि मास्टर्स में अगर मैंने स्ट्रक्चर किया तो ये मेरे बैचलर के जो स्ट्रक्चर्स के सब्जेक्ट है उसमें कितना हेल्प करता है बेटर अंडरस्टैंड के लिए, अगर मैं
वो तो
ईएससी की प्रिपरेशन करूँ तो?
समझा नहीं आपके क्वेश्चन.
सर मैं अगर इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन करूँ सर,
हाँ
और मैंने
हाँ
मास्टर्स स्ट्रक्चर से लिया, तो
हाँ.
ये मेरे बैचलर सब्जेक्ट में कितना हेल्प करेगा चीजों को
बिल्कुल ही
अंडरस्टैंड
नहीं.
करने में और
बिल्कुल ही
डीपर?
नहीं करेगा. मैं आपको एक चीज बता देता हूँ, क्योंकि बिल्कुल ही नहीं करेगा,
Exactly,
पहली बात है.
exactly. Because
क्योंकि
ES,
इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस
ESC
का
is
अगर
a
जो
paper
हाँ,
based on BTech
एब्सोल्युटली
only.
डिफरेंट थिंग.
It's based on BTech only. In M.Tech,
एकदम.
the things you learn, it's basically the deeper version uh, of the subject or specialization. So if
हाँ
you see M.Tech, M.Tech will be a T for you. T means you will see 1 year many subject composite structure. If you come to structural composite structure, modern advanced concrete technology, advanced
हम्म,
steel structure, many things will FEM, non-linear FEM, those things will come. But after a certain time, you have to choose some project. That project
हम्म,
may be based on software or maybe physical model. It can be on anything. So that
हम्म,
time your specialization become T. It will overall, overall the subject, and in some subject you have the depth. So it become a
yeah,
T. But if you go to BTech, it's only I section. Whatever it is there, only I. Everything you have to know in depth.
yeah. So other thing also, if you look forward, Danish, अगर आप सारे ब्रांचेस के एमटेक के सिलेबस को देखोगे, स्ट्रक्चर एंड जियोटेक, स्पेशली ये दोनों सब्जेक्ट, स्पेशली स्ट्रक्चर एंड आफ्टर दैट आई विल से जियोटेक, ये दोनों सब्जेक्ट का बीटेक के साथ एमटेक में बहुत ज्यादा फासला है. मतलब जो आप बीटेक में पढ़े हो और एमटेक में जो आप पढ़ने जा रहे हो, दोनों में काफी ज्यादा डिफरेंस है. ऑब्वियसली ऐसी बात नहीं है कि कुछ अलग चीजें पढ़ाया जाएगा, ऐसी बात नहीं है. लेकिन जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल, मैं ये एग्जांपल सबको देता हूँ. जैसे आप क्लास 10th में भी फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री पढ़ चुके हो, स्पेशली केमिस्ट्री. मतलब थोड़ा बहुत तो सभी लोग पढ़ चुके क्लास 10th में भी, लेकिन 11th में जैसे जेई में जाते हैं तब जो केमिस्ट्री आता है, वो उसके साथ तो मेरा कभी केमिस्ट्री नहीं बना है. ठीक है, हो सकता है किसी का बना होगा. तो जो है, लेकिन केमिस्ट्री मुझे पढ़ना अच्छा लगता था. वहां पे जो पढ़ती थी उसके लिए, वो अलग बात. The thing is actually that, but the point is that, jokes apart, कि तो उस तरीके से एक जंप आपको देखने को मिलेगा. इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग सौमजीत, कि मतलब जो आप बीटेक में जो चीजें पढ़े हो, बीटेक में जैसे कि आपको स्ट्रक्चर में, बीटेक में बेसिकली क्या है, इफ आई डिवाइड स्ट्रक्चर, बेसिकली एक आता है आपका डिफ्लेक्शन पार्ट, जो सबसे पहले. ठीक है, उसके बाद एक स्टिफनेस एंड फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी मैट्रिक्स वाला एक पार्ट आएगा. ठीक है, और थोड़ा बहुत सॉम का जो पार्ट आप अगर आप यहाँ पे लाओगे, एसएफटी गेट के लिए हम इतना ही पढ़ते हैं और इनडिटर्मिनेट डिटर्मिनेट समझते हैं और मेरा काम हो जाता है. बट दैट इज नॉट स्ट्रक्चर एक्चुअली. उस चीज का अगर आप एसेंस लेना चाहोगे एमटेक में, एमटेक में उस चीज में 10% आपका हेल्प होगा. इससे ज्यादा नहीं हो सकता है. फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में थोड़ा आपको हेल्प हो जाए. सिमिलरली फॉर जियोटेक, जियोटेक में जैसे
Exactly,
ये
exactly.
सॉफ्टवेयर से, जैसे ये सॉफ्टवेयर से, इस सॉफ्टवेयर का आपको कौन से प्रिपरेशन में कोई हेल्प होगा? कुछ भी नहीं. बट हाँ, अगर आप रियल लाइफ में जाना चाहते हो, उसमें फील्ड में वर्क करना चाहते हो, तो इसका डेफिनेटली एप्लीकेशन आपको मिलेगा. या
And my
एम आई करेक्ट
one
समझ?
suggestion is that if you really planning for ESC job, don't be part of M.Tech. This is two different world parallel. This is
एब्सोल्युटली.
parallel that cannot run together.
या ऑब्वियसली. एंड
Yeah,
मोस्टली आई एम
understood,
सेइंग.
sir.
या हाँ, बोलिए बोलिए दानिश, आप कुछ बोलना चाह रहे थे.
No, understood, sir. वो no, I'm not actually preparing for this. मुझे अगले साल निकालना, उसके अगले साल निकालना. I will longer version, 3 4 5 साल जब निकले, बहुत धीरे धीरे मुझे पढ़ना है. मैं ये सोच रहा था कि जैसे मुझे इस चीज का नॉलेज नहीं था कि मास्टर्स में जो भी हम स्ट्रक्चर्स के सब्जेक्ट पढ़ते हैं उसका बीटेक से कितना लिंक अप होता है, ये चीज मुझे नहीं पता था. तो आई थिंक आई
देखो,
क्लियर नाउ ऑल द डाउट्स.
मैं एक और चीज आपसे बोलना चाहता हूँ. जो लोग इनफैक्ट ईएससी की तैयारी करेंगे, ये चीज मुझे बोले हैं, तो उनको मैं कभी स्ट्रक्चर या जियोटेक, स्पेशली ये दोनों ब्रांच रेकमेंड नहीं किया हूँ. एनवायरनमेंट, वाटर रिसोर्स, फिर भी थोड़ा बहुत आपको हेल्प होगा, फिर भी थोड़ा बहुत। आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि पूरी तरीके से, मतलब थोड़ा बहुत हो सकता है, 10-15%। मतलब हेल्प मतलब ऐसी नहीं कि आपको एम टेक पढ़ के कुछ एक्स्ट्रा मिल जाएगा, ऐसी बात नहीं है। मतलब है कि बीटेक की चीजों को थोड़ा बहुत आप टच में रहोगे बीटेक की चीजों के साथ। दैट इज द थिंग विथ एनवायरमेंट, वाटर रिसोर्स टू सम एक्सटेंट, एंड ऑल्सो टू सम एक्सटेंट इन केस ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन। बट स्ट्रक्चर जियोटेक के केस में तो ये बिल्कुल ही नहीं, एकदम ही नहीं। दैट्स द स्टोरी। इफ यू सी द सिलेबस यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट ऑन योर ओन। आप एमटेक का सिलेबस देख लो एक बार, आपको खुद समझ में आ जाएगा। हाँ, एनीथिंग एल्स, एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस?
No, sir.
Buddy?
Thank you.
Okay, Danish, okay. Yes. Any other questions? Otherwise, we are just going to wind up. और अगर किसी का क्वेश्चन है, मुझे कोई मैसेज में भी भेजे होगे शायद, पता नहीं, देखा नहीं मैंने। और
सर
जो है
CCMT
आप,
से रिलेटेड एक दो क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता हूँ?
हाँ, कौन कौन, हु इज देयर? हाँ दानिश, हाँ बोलिए बोलिए, पूछिए पूछिए प्लीज। हाँ पूछिए पूछिए।
सर,
आपका किसी वजह से आवाज बहुत कट हो रहा है। आपका आवाज बहुत,
से
आपका
जैसे सर
आवाज
मुझे
बहुत,
12 तारीख को जैसे कुछ
आपका
50
आवाज बहुत आपका
मेरा ही
आवाज
होगा
बहुत
शायद।
कट रहा है दानिश, आपका आवाज बहुत कट रहा है दानिश। अगर हो सकता है तो आप थोड़ा मतलब क्लियरली, किसी आई थिंक नेटवर्क इशू है, या फिर आप लिख के बताइए, यहाँ पे राइट मैसेज का भी ऑप्शन है, तो यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चंस आल्सो बाय राइटिंग। ओके, तब
सर
तक
शायद नेटवर्क इशू होगा।
हाँ, नेटवर्क का कुछ इशू आ रहा है दानिश। ओके ओके, और एक क्वेश्चन मेरे पास आया है एक्चुअली, कि जियोटेक से नॉन कोर में बैठ बैठ सकते हैं क्या सर? अच्छा, जियोटेक से, हाँ सौम्यजीत, यू कैन एक्चुअली आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन बेटर। जियोटेक से आप नॉन कोर में
Yeah,
बैठ सकते हो क्या?
actually, it's not about geotech. Sometimes non-core companies are looking for any kind of student.
एनी काइंड ऑफ,
So
एग्जैक्टली,
it totally depends on that company, that particular profile they are looking for, whether they
एग्जैक्टली,
apply non-tech students or non-core students.
एग्जैक्टली।
It's
तो
not only
उसमें,
geotech.
हाँ, इसमें मतलब ये कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि आप वाटर रिसोर्स से हो कि आप स्ट्रक्चर से हो। आपको बस वो कोडिंग्स, एआई, मशीन लर्निंग, जो उनके प्रोफाइल को फिट करे, वो सब चीजें आनी चाहिए। रेस्ट डेफिनेटली और उसमें जो पैकेजेस जाता है, एज वी हैव सीन दैट इन बिटवीन 10 to 15 LPA जो है, हमने पैकेज के रेंजेस देखे। कुछ ब्रांचेस में 13.58 लगा है, कुछ ब्रांचेस में 10.45 लगा है। तो उस तरीके से पैकेजेस जो है मिल सकता है, बट आपको उस कंपनी के जो रोल है उसमें फिट होनी चाहिए। यस, लास्ट 5 मिनट्स। स्ट्रक्चर एमटेक के लिए अभी बेसिक क्या पढ़ना होगा? अभी बेसिक मतलब वही है सुमित, अभी तो बेसिक देखो, कोई भी चीज का बेसिक क्या होता है कि आपका बीटेक सिलेबस, वही बेसिक है। और या फिर जो आप सबसे पहले, जो मैं सबको ये चीज बता चुका हूं, कि आप एमटेक का सिलेबस देखिए एक बार। फर्स्ट जॉब वुड बी दैट एक्चुअली टू लुक फॉर द एमटेक सिलेबस ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर ब्रांच, की उस ब्रांच के एमटेक में क्या पढ़ाया जा रहा है चीजें, उस बारे में थोड़ा पढ़ना शुरू करो। देखो कि ये चीज को, क्योंकि बहुत सारे ऐसे चीज आपको दिखेगा, जैसे ये अभी पाइल के बारे में, कुछ सॉफ्टवेयर के बारे में बोले, ठीक है, ठीक है, या फिर जियो एक्सप्लोरेशन के बारे में बोले। बहुत सारे लोगों को यहाँ पे पता ही नहीं है कि जियो एक्सप्लोरेशन होता क्या है, राइट? सो सर्च करो, जो लोग जियोटेक से पढ़ना चाहते हैं, कि जियो एक्सप्लोरेशन क्या होता है, समथिंग लाइक दैट एक्चुअली। तो ये सब चीजें, राइट? यस, एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
जियोटेक का सबसे लास्ट टॉपिक जियो एक्सप्लोरेशन।
यस दानिश।
सर आवाज आ रही है अभी?
हाँ दानिश, बोलिए।
हाँ सर, वो CCMT के बारे में पूछना था सर। अगर मुझे मान लीजिए सर फर्स्ट राउंड में 15 नंबर की चॉइस मिली सर,
हाँ,
तो
फर्स्ट राउंड
उसके
में
बाद अगर
आपको,
हम उसे, वो मान लीजिए सर मुझे नंबर 15 नंबर की कोई चॉइस मिली, जब मैंने चॉइस फिल की तो 15 नंबर वाली एक चॉइस मिली मुझे सर,
जी
कोई भी सर। तो
जी,
उसे मैंने फ्लोट कर दिया, तो सर फ्लोट करने पे भी मुझे सीट एक्सेप्शन फी भरनी पड़ेगी सर?
हाँ, क्योंकि फ्लोट करने का मतलब क्या है कि तुम्हारे नाम पे वो सीट रख रहे हैं ना वो लोग, समझ रहे हो? नेक्स्ट राउंड तक तो ये सीट
अच्छा,
किसी और को नहीं दे रहे वो, है कि नहीं?
ओके ओके सर।
तो वो
जी
रखने
जी,
का पैसा है वो, ठीक है, 30,000।
ओके सर, अंडरस्टूड। यानी अगर मुझे सर नेक्स्ट राउंड में अगर मान लीजिए सर 14 नंबर की कट ऑफ नहीं मैच हुआ, तो भी मेरे पास 15 नंबर की चॉइस रहेगी नेक्स्ट राउंड में भी?
हाँ हाँ, अगर कुछ हायर नहीं मिला आपको तो फिर वही रहेगा। तो ये जो
अच्छा सर, ठीक है सर।
ये एश्योरेंस के लिए आप उसको 30,000 रुपए दे रहे हो। ताकि वो किसी और को ना
यस
मिल
सर,
जाए।
यस सर, ये कंफ्यूजन बहुत है सर, इसलिए करके। ओके सर, अंडरस्टैंड।
Okay. And anything else, Somajit, you want to, just last 2-3 minutes left. Anything you want to actually share? मतलब anything you want to say to the upcoming students who are joining NITs, मतलब कि placements के लिए and all these
Yeah,
things.
you are going to
क्योंकि
NIT
जितना
Trichy, you are
मतलब
going to
हाँ बोलिए।
IIT, it doesn't matter. Uh, it doesn't matter where are you going to get the admission. It's going to matter in these 2 years what you study. Like some people's mindset become like this. Yeah, I got NIT Trichy or I got IIT Madras. My job is done. No, your job is started there. Your job is
Exactly.
started there until unless you got placed or you got something. Maybe not all students going for placement. Some going for higher studies also. You have to do good
Hmm.
project. You have to publish your work. You get good PhD in foreign university. That be your mindset. Your mindset should not be skeptical to, oh, I need a job, I need a job, I need a job. You will get a job. If 2 years you will invest, then this 2 years will return you a good memories, good future. That's all. Because I
Very good.
see people from the first day of the M.Tech, भैया प्लेसमेंट होगा ना, भैया प्लेसमेंट होगा ना, यस प्लेसमेंट होगा, बट उस प्लेसमेंट के पहले तुमको मेहनत करना पड़ेगा. यू फॉरगेट दैट मेहनत. पीपल फॉरगेट दैट
एग्जैक्टली
स्ट्रगल.
ये चीज तो मतलब बहुत सारी चीजें, मतलब आई हैव आल्सो
पीपल
सीन दिस
फॉरगेट
थिंग
दैट.
कि मतलब किसी को लगता है कि हाँ आईआईटी बॉम्बे मिल गया मतलब जो है जिंदगी एकदम हसीन है। ऐसी बात बिल्कुल ही नहीं है। ठीक है। मतलब सिंपल सी बात है, आप इसको और हसीन बना सकते हो, ये आपके ऊपर है, आप कितना मेहनत करोगे। सो ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच सोमजित फॉर टेकिंग योर टाइम एंड
थैंक यू सर.
ओके फॉर गिविंग मी योर
थैंक यू
टाइम एक्चुअली
एवरीवन.
सोमजित।
ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर द फ्यूचर.
Definitely. And definitely all the best to all the students who are actually joining and in different NITs and more such sessions will happen definitely. तो उसके लिए जो है आप जरूर जरूर बने रहना हमारे साथ। और सौमजित, गुड बाय and good night and all the best to your future endeavors as well.
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू एवरीवन.